Hey yo, what is going on guys? Cash and Clean here. So for today's video, it's a little bit different, but also kind of the same thing, but I have been given a request video to make. Sometimes I get offered things like this, but this one is both unique and not unique at the same time. So I guess let me explain the situation for you guys. As always, on PC, and you can probably already guess what happened, but this one has a little bit more to it. So I was just kind of casually going through the contest leaderboards, just, as you do. And I wanted to look at the boxes opened. And when I went over here to look at the top boxes opened, I just noticed, 2.9 mil. That's kind of a lot of boxes. It's possible, but, that is kind of a lot, low key. But most importantly, it's not to say that it is impossible, because it is possible to do that. But then I took a look at the username and, I thought to myself, that looks pretty familiar. But I kind of looked past it, thought nothing of it, just kind of moved on from there. And then we go over to the Ice Age contest. So for the effort for Ice Age, this man, aka Mr. 228, happened to get 1 million and then some sixes. Now, I don't know if this part was an accident or if they just didn't want to get the full sixes, but that is kind of a lot considering that's a pretty big jump from 23k to all the way up to 1 million. And in case you guys are unfamiliar with how effort points work, pretty much, let's just say you do delves. Depends on which delve you do, but let's just say you're getting 20 every time you kill the boss and go to the next depth. You get 20 per boss. So you can imagine, it's kind of a lot of delves. And I believe it was, what, 40 for coin challenges and stuff like that? So you can say Mr. 228 really farmed this week, but I don't know. That's pretty wild to see. And then this man over here had the audacity to somehow collect 225,000 weekly companion eggs. Now, the crazy thing about this is that usually people don't really farm these whenever it is in the contests. So usually whenever you meet the minimum requirements, you're already into the top 250. This man is way beyond that. He has reached 225k. That is a lot of eggs to find. Now, you could say that this was some use of third party, but let's just say you happen to have speed hacks and you farmed that many eggs. That would take you a very, very long time. I mean, even this one over here, 30k is kind of a lot. Like, that's pretty insane. But 225k? Like, hello? This man's buying a Porsche out here. 911 GT3 RS, by the way. Anyway, so then from there, surely that's it, right? That's all the damage been done? Well, not exactly. It wouldn't be a PC thing if there wasn't a dupe involved. So the entire market on PC yet again got bought out. So credit pouches, they stabilized, I guess, kinda. 6 mil each just about is pretty insane still, but I don't know. I don't really want to go through this whole stuff with the marketplace because obviously we've already been there, done that. Like every single, it's pretty much once a week at this point. Like it's pretty insane on PC. Just something crazy goes on. I don't know if this is happening on console. I know you guys always have some suspicious items on there due to some previous dupes, but what makes this one in particular unique is that there were 2 stacks of Nalas. And if you guys don't know, this was a very, very rare mount from the previous event, and not many people were able to get this. I bought mine for 40 mil, mind you, 40 mil. And I saw a screenshot where 2 stacks of these got sold for 100k. Be expected to see a lot of these on the marketplace. And it really makes you wonder what is going on exactly. We keep hearing about people getting banned, but what's going on with all these dupes and stuff? So I decided to go to the source himself and I asked him for a statement. And here's a screenshot of what this man had to say. So Mr. 228, I would say shoutouts, but maybe this time I gotta do a rematch, a redemption. Because if you guys didn't know, I 1v1 Mr. 228 in a Yu-Gi-Oh match, and the loser of that duel had to delete their mystic gear. So now maybe we take that a step further. Whoever loses the duel has to delete their account. So maybe, just maybe, I'm throwing that out there. I'm not throwing any shots out there or anything, watch out. But like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, this was requested for me to make by Mr. 228 himself, so please don't throw any shade at me. So as you guys know, I'm not really one to really call people out, so this was just a request. And I also wanted to inform you guys about the current situation, because this was a little bit different than the previous stuff that was going on. So just gonna let you guys know that this has happened on PC again, and this time I'm not really gonna say anything about be careful about the market stuff because I think it's over at this point. So things are probably gonna go back to their original price soon, apart from like Nala. I'm not sure if there's any other suspicious items like that, but if there is something else like this that happens, I don't think I'll make another video on it, because I mean, what's the point? It just happens on PC all the time at this point. It's like, what's new? I mean, everything's same old there. But if it decides to go a step further, where I don't know, the devs decide to put in some security barriers or something like that, I don't know, I'll let you guys know. And I guess while we're still here, I do want to give you guys a little update about me currently, what's going on and all that stuff, because I feel like like I've gotten Hollywood on you guys. So streaming wise, you know, it's kind of a GG's right now. Like I just simply do not have the time. I mean, technically I do have the time, but I like to stick to my current schedule. So usually, what is that, 12 a.m. EST, 1 a.m. EST, that's usually when I start the stream, sometimes earlier. But I just get home kind of late from work now, and there isn't really a whole lot I can do about that unless one day the income from YouTube kind of overtakes my current job, and then I can just do more YouTube and then eventually kind of push out the job. So I will not be able to do that anytime soon, but I guess once my work starts to slow down just a little bit at least, then I can start picking up the streams a little bit more. And the thing with me is I usually like to prefer YouTube videos over streaming, so I'll try to put out YouTube videos over live streaming, and then if I do have extra time, then I'll do both. And also, you guys may have noticed, but I've also been putting out YouTube shorts, and I've been uploading those onto Instagram and on TikTok. So if you guys aren't following me on those platforms, it's the same name, just Cash and Clean. And also on my second channel, I have uploaded another video just regarding the whole Emeru situation. So I think, I don't know, maybe for that channel, I might just do Trove gameplay, but then I'll talk about like IRL stuff going on, or just some things that are happening that I see on Twitter and stuff like that. Just some big news. Or I might just go back to playing other games. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. But that's what we got going on there. Shadows Eve is coming up, so this coming Tuesday, and there was also that survey for potential class reworks. I don't know if they're adding a new class. This is kind of the thing with like the content creator program. In a way, I feel like I get more information from leaks rather than like the program itself. Like part of the reason why I joined the content creator program is because I could see what would be coming out, and then depending on what it is, I can prepare guides for whatever is coming out. So like, I don't know, let's just say, for example, a new set of gear came out. I don't know, it's not gonna happen. Well, not anytime soon at least, but just hypothetical situation. I could figure out how to farm that thing, the resources it takes, the best way to get it, and all that stuff. And then I can put that into a video to put out to you guys. But so far, I don't know, I think they're just working behind the scenes on Shadows Eve stuff, and then potentially some other stuff. But right now, there isn't really a whole lot going on in the Trove space. And as far as banning goes, I think it's just kind of the same old there. People get banned, but the issue itself just doesn't really get taken care of. Like the rampages, for example, that stuff is still blocked, so people cannot get their sentient shards. So if you guys wanted to host beacons, you cannot. So you'd have to do the old-fashioned way of going to Neon City and just fighting them there. And the thing with that is that back when I started playing the game, 2019, on PC, there was a guy that would AFK in his cornerstone specifically right before like the hourly, so at like 4:59 or 5:59, 6:59, things like that. It would always be prepared at his cornerstone for a rampage host. And there's also a bug where you can get one of the quests also into your cornerstone. And in case you guys are wondering, no, you do not get to keep the quest. It leaves whenever you leave your cornerstone. What I'm trying to say is that there were AFK farms for that, and there wasn't really a whole lot you can do. Not many people are hosting beacons because they're pretty pricey back then. So you would just have to sit there, wait like 15 minutes. I mean, it kind of just depends. Once it's spawned, then you can kind of go ham at it, but in the meantime, you just have to sit there and wait. But nowadays, they're banning those people. So because of that, Depth's Core have gone up in price, and other items also have gone up in price. I mean, minus the current situation with the duping and all that stuff, but so far that's what it is on PC. On console, I'm sure it's a little bit different. Obviously, still recovering from the whole duping stuff. I think Switch is probably the only platform that hasn't gotten affected by anything at all. I could be wrong, but I'm not on Switch. I feel like everything's for the most part fine. I still don't know why the club fixtures for you guys haven't gotten fixed. So you guys on Switch are unable to get the buffs for whatever reason. And I think, I don't know, overall content wise, could this be the end of Trove? I feel like Trove has reached its peak a while ago, but what's going on now? No, I'm just kidding. I still enjoy Trove, but like, I'm a little bit biased, obviously, for that. I can see the reason why other people would stop enjoying Trove. And it really is sad to see, because it's like the people that you play with, you'll play Trove for like a good year, maybe even a couple years. And after that, you just get kind of bored of it, start playing other games, real life stuff happens, and then you kind of push Trove aside, then eventually come back to the game. There's like a bunch of stuff added, but then it's just like a copy and paste and stuff like that. So then you just go into this endless cycle of you just stop playing the game, come back, and then kind of go back and forth and things like that. I'm still gonna continue making videos for Trove until the day that Trove is no longer a game, until they shut it down. Or if they decide to ban me, then at that point I'm not gonna be coming back, because that is 6 years of work put into this account. And if they decided to ban it, then what's the point in coming back? So I don't plan on doing anything shady, but it's also a little bit hard to host things nowadays, because I used to always host 5-star farms, but I can easily get banned for that now, because if somebody somebody in my group decides to use some form of speed hack to get to the next dungeon and invite us, then that would be considered benefiting from the cheaters, or so, I don't know how they word it exactly, but pretty much I just won't be able to host. And with the way I am with hosting, I like to include everybody. I don't like to disclude anybody. And even if I didn't include those people, somebody could easily just join my stream, do some random trolling or something, like throw a million abilities at me, or just use speed hacks like throughout the whole dungeon, then just follow me around. Like there's a lot of stuff that can happen, so I kind of just stopped hosting 5 farms partly because of that. And the same can be applied to depth cell farming. So the main stuff for Trove now is just solo farming at this point, because like I'd love to do more hosts and stuff like that, but you just never know. Like I don't want to get banned for the reason of other people pretty much. And that's not to say I don't want to blame anybody obviously, but the past couple weeks with the bans and all that stuff, I just want to end up losing it all pretty much. Yo, shoutouts to that reference by the way. And like I mentioned before, I did slow down on the streaming, but that doesn't mean I stopped playing Trove. I still play Trove, and technically I could stream it, but if I do it, it would be pretty late at night, and it just wouldn't really be my true consistent schedule. And I feel like if I did stream super late at night, then that would kind of force me to stay up super late at night as well. And I do enjoy streaming, but it'd be kind of hard to keep the schedule going, the consistency wise. So I'll just wait until work kind of slows down, and then from there, I don't know, I'm probably just going to do gem box farming, because that's probably the easiest thing I can do solo-wise. I could maybe host some delves here and there. If I do host, there's going to be other people in the host, and if one person ends up doing some shady stuff, then it's just going to affect everybody, and I don't want that to happen to everybody. So I guess we shall see what ends up happening. If things kind of settle down, maybe I can go back to 5-star farming, hosting some depth delve, but in the meantime, I'm just going to kind of stick solo and farm with some friends, or just help out some of you guys that need help. So yeah, it's pretty much that. I did kind of ramble on a lot. I made this video a little bit longer than I wanted to, but I did want to give you guys an update because it has felt like I've gone Hollywood on you guys a little bit. So don't worry about that. I'm still here. I'll just have to wait and see when work slows down, and then I can start picking up the pace with the content, and we can just go from there. But anyway, if you guys have made it this far into the video, please drop a like, as it does help out the channel a ton, and I just appreciate it a ton. If you guys aren't subscribed, it's free, and you can leave whenever you want to. So there's that option for you. But either way, thank you all so much for listening, watching, viewing, and subscribing, and I'll talk to you guys later.